my name is Shane. Today we're going to be doing a 30-minute or so beginner's flow. So all you're going to need is a mat. If you have blocks, you can grab those too. Please remember that this is just an offering, so take it, make it your own. Don't do anything that doesn't feel good in your body. Take breaks, go slower, faster than the pace that I set. It's all up to you. So aside from that, let's get started. Today we're going to start in child's pose. So you can keep your legs together, spread them towards the far edges of your mat. Sinking your hips back into your heels and then crawling the arms forward, letting your chest fall to the mat. Maybe bring the forehead to drop down on the mat as well. From here, just bringing your awareness to your body and your breath without changing anything. Do a body scan, noticing any sensations you're feeling, any tension you're holding. Notice how your breath feels, if it's short or long and deep. Then begin to exhale your breath all the way out through your mouth. Empty out the body, and then take a big breath in through the nose, fill up the belly, into the ribs and the chest. Open your mouth inside out, let go. Do that one more time, inhaling through the nose, filling up as much as you can, and then exhaling out through the mouth. Begin to inhale and exhale through the nose, inhaling and exhaling at a constant rate. Inhale and crawl your hands towards the right side of your mat, maybe bringing them to leave the mat, maybe bringing that left hand to stack over the right. Take a side body stretch. Feel yourself get nice and long as you inhale, and stretch deeper into that side body on an exhale. Begin to engage your Ujjayi breath by inhaling and exhaling through the nose, sending your breath towards the back of your throat, creating an audible breath that sounds a bit like the ocean waves crashing. Use your breath to fire up the belly and the core, to connect your body to your breath, and to keep your mind from wandering throughout your practice. Inhale, crawl the hands through center. Exhale, send them to the left side of the mat, maybe leaving the mat, maybe bringing that right hand to stack over the left. Stretching out the right side of the body. Thinking about creating as much space as you can there. Sending your breath towards the side body. Exhaling any tension you're holding on to. Allowing yourself to fully relax. Maybe setting an intention for your practice, a word or a phrase that brings some meaning behind the motion. It can be to relax, gratitude, self-love, focusing on what's in your control. Inhale, crawl the hands back through center. As you exhale, come up into tabletop. Shoulders stacked over wrists, hips over knees. Inhale, drop the belly to the floor. Lift your gaze for cow. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone, drop your gaze for cat. Inhaling and exhaling through your cat-cows at your own breath. Relaxing the jaw and the face and the neck. Taking any movements in the wrists or the hips, allowing yourself to move fluidly, free of judgment. Really paying attention to what feels tight or tense in your body and finding a way to wiggle that out. Come back into your neutral tabletop. Inhale the right arm towards the wall in front of you and the left leg towards the wall behind you. Exhale, crunch the elbow in towards the knee. Round the spine and engage the core. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, crunch in. Inhale, begin to take these at your own breath. Take 3 more on this side. And then you can take 5 on the other side. Feeling yourself get long with every inhale, and then firing up the belly on an exhale, tucking or untucking the toes. Moving as slowly or as quickly as you feel you need today. And after you take 5 on both sides, you can come back into that tabletop, begin to tuck the toes, hover the knees off the mat, and then send your heels to the ground. Let your tailbone follow. Press back into downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here to pedal out the legs. Wake up the ankles and the hamstrings. Send your chest towards your thighs by pressing away from the mat through your palms. Allow the shoulders to melt away from your ears. Inhale, bend the knees, send your gaze to your hands. Exhale, roll forward on the toes, find a high plank. Option to drop the knees here or to keep them lifted. Take a breath in through the nose. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower halfway to the ground and then come all the way down to the floor very slowly. Inhale, toes are untucked, upward face, cobra. Take a baby back bend here. Elbows are in towards the sides. Exhale, roll down to the floor. Bring the hands slightly off the edge of the mat. Tongue up the fingers. Inhale, cobra pose. Arms are still bent. Chest is open, slightly wider. Exhale, roll back down to the floor. We're going to do that one more time. Option to extend the arms long. Inhale, press away from the mat. Wake up the lower back. And then come back down to the floor. Bring the hands back in towards your shoulders. Inhale, upward facing dog. Arms are extended long. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. Take a few more breaths here before finding stillness in your downward facing dog. Take a moment to empty the breath out through your mouth. And then fill up through the nose, into the belly and the ribs, into the chest. And open your mouth side out one more time. Inhale, bend your knees, send your gaze to your hands. Exhale, walk the feet to meet your hands, forward fold. Option to let your wrists melt towards the floor or a block. Or you can bring your hands to opposite elbows. For ragdoll, maybe swaying side to side. Taking a gentle bend in the knees. Remembering to breathe, asking if you could still hear your breath. Or if your mind has wandered, just bring it back to your practice. Preparing for half sun A's. Inhale, begin to roll up through the spine, send the arms overhead, extended mountain pose. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to shins or thighs, spine is long. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Maybe take an arch in the back, send your gaze to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extended or halfway lift, Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop the feet back, high plank, chaturanga. Knees are lifted or down on the mat. Lower halfway to the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Moving into sun A's. Inhale, bend the knees, send your gaze to your hands. Exhale, step or hop to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop the feet back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Two more here. Inhale, bend the knees, send your gaze to your hands, step or hop. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extended mountain pose, engaging the belly, firing up the body, waking up all the muscles. Step the feet back, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last one. Option to flow through this at your own pace, or to stay with me. Inhale, bend the knees, step or hop, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop the feet back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg into the air. Exhale, plant your foot between your hands. Drop the left knee, untuck the left toes, low lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up over your head. Exhale, cactus the arms out wide by your sides. Let the arms draw down all the way by your sides. Maybe find a clasp behind your lower back. Let the shoulders roll back, the gaze slightly lifted. Stretch out the left quad. Inhale, begin to send your hips towards that left foot. Let the right toes roll off the mat. You can bring your hands to blocks by your sides here, or that down to the ground for half splits. Send your chest towards that right thigh. Stretch out the hamstring. If full splits are in your practice, you can take full splits here as well. Taking 5 more breaths here. Sending your breath towards those areas that are feeling tense. Really thinking about releasing, relaxing. After those 5 breaths, begin to come back into that low lunge. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up into a high lunge. Hips are square towards the front of the room, equal weight between both legs. Finding that 95-degree angle in the right leg. Inhale, arms are overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Twist right. Hook the left elbow over the right knee. Option to stay here. You can drop the knee if you'd like. Maybe opening the arms, taking a deeper stretch, letting your gaze follow that right hand. Maybe even over the right shoulder. Take one more breath here. On an exhale, plant the hands back down on the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg into the air. Exhale, find that low lunge, bringing the right knee down, untucking the right toes. Squaring the hips towards the front of the room. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms out wide. Stretch out that right quad. Maybe find a clasp behind the back. Roll the shoulders down and back. Send the gaze towards the ceiling. Open up the chest and the heart. And then begin to find your half splits on the other side. Maybe even your full splits. Thinking about sending that chest towards the left thigh with every exhale. Taking 5 more breaths here. Maybe closing the eyes. Thinking about relaxing not just the hamstring, but all parts of the body. After those 5 breaths, you can begin to plant the hands back down by the left foot, coming into that low lunge. Then tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, sweep the arms up, high lunge. Hips are square. You're placing an equal amount of weight between both legs. You're slightly pulling the left hip back while pressing that right hip forward. Inhaling the belly button towards the back of the spine, engaging the core. Inhale the arms up, exhale, hands to heart center, twist left. Hooking the right elbow over the left knee, really drawing the belly button back and in, creating space for a twist. Maybe opening the arms. Sending your gaze up and maybe over the shoulder. Taking one more breath in, and as you exhale, you can plant the hands back down on the floor. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Chaturanga, knees lifted or down on the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg into the air. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose, round the spine, engage the core. Inhale, extend. 2 more. Exhale, crunch in. Last one, inhale, extend, 3-legged dog. Exhale, crunch in. This time, engage, hold it here for another breath, and then send that right ankle to, oh, I'm so sorry, kitty cat. I kicked my kitten, I'm sorry. Send the right ankle towards the left wrist. Sink down into your half pigeon. Both hips are melting down towards the mat. If you have a lot of space here, you can place a block or a blanket underneath. Take a breath in, sit up tall, and then as you exhale, you can crawl the arms forward, bringing your chest down to the mat or even a block or a pillow. Thinking about creating space in the hamstrings and the hips. And once you get settled, taking 5 breaths here. After those 5 breaths, you can slowly crawl yourself back up if you took a forward fold. And then gently begin to take that left leg back from behind you, stacking your shins for log or stacked shins. You're bringing that right foot over towards the right knee. And if you have a lot of space here, you can also place a block or a blanket there. From here, sink down, ground down to your sit bones, sit up nice and tall. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, coming down to the ground or a block. Taking 5 breaths here. Allowing yourself to feel any sensations, using your breath to move through them. Allowing your breaths to be long and slow, maybe closing the eyes. And after those 5 breaths, you can go ahead and switch legs, stacking the right shin over the left. Right foot is coming over towards the left knee. Again, option to place a block or a pillow between the right knee and the left foot if there's a lot of space there. Grounding down, inhaling the arms up, and then hinging forward at the hips as far as you can. Thinking about drawing the chest towards the legs and then bringing the hands down to a pillow, block, or the floor. Taking 5 breaths on this side. Releasing tension, releasing anything that is not serving you during this time. With every exhale, thinking about letting go. And then after those 5 breaths, you can gently take that right foot up and off the left leg, send it back behind you. Find your half pigeon on the other side. Melting the left and right hip down onto the mat. Adjusting your ankle if you need to, and then crawling the arms forward. If that feels good in your body, coming down to a pillow, block, or mat. Taking 5 long breaths here. Really thinking about keeping those hips square. After those 5 breaths, you can plant your hands down on the mat in front of you. Tuck the right toes. Lift the hips and the right knees. Send the left foot back to meet the right. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the right leg into the air. Exhale, plant your foot between your hands. Roll the back foot down. down at a 90-degree angle. Inhale, windmill the arms up, warrior one. Hips are melted towards the front of the room. You can take a wider stance in the feet for balance. Shoulders are relaxed. Exhale, warrior two. Windmill the arms open. Back foot is now in line with the back edge of your mat. Keeping that 95-degree bend in the front leg. Arms are extended by your shoulders. Inhale, reach the right fingers forward as far as you can. Flip the palm, exhale, reverse your warrior. Send the right arm up and over the body. Keeping the bend in the front leg. Creating space in the side body. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose. Drop the right forearm down onto the right leg. Left hand sweeps up and over the side body. Option to open up the right hand down towards the right ankle. Using your breath to engage the core and breathing through any tension or any shakiness you're feeling in the legs. Keeping equal balance and weight in both legs. Exhale, both hands down onto the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Chaturanga. Make your way to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg into the air. Exhale, plant the foot down on the mat between the hands. Inhale, warrior one. Finding equal weight between the legs. Adjusting your hips. Drawing the belly button back towards your spine. Visualizing that, rolling the shoulders down. Inhale, warrior two, windmill open. Open the hips and the shoulders. Hands are out at shoulder height. Back foot is in line with the back edge of your mat. Inhale, stretch those left fingertips forward, flip the palm, exhale, and reverse your warrior. Stretching up as much as you can before going back and over. Keeping space in that side body. Back hand is on your thigh or your calf. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose. Engaging the core, making sure not to surrender into that left side. You want to protect the side body and the core and the lower back. 2 more breaths here. On that second exhale, you can windmill the hands down, step the left foot back to meet the right. Make your way to downward facing dog, however you'd like to get there. Inhale the right leg into the air. Exhale, plant the foot down. Inhale, find warrior one. On an exhale, find warrior two. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Hinge forward towards the front of the room from the hip. And then drop the right hand down towards the right ankle, either towards the mat or to a block, triangle pose. Hugging your core in, drawing the glutes and legs towards your center, protecting the lower back. Gaze can be at the sky or at the floor. Exhale, bring both hands down onto the mat. Option to slightly step that back foot forward to shorten the stance if that feels better in your body. Inhale, peel open to the right, send the right hand to the sky, revolve, triangle. Feel a stretch in the hamstrings and the lower back. Inhale, the belly button towards the back of the spine. Exhale, both hands down to the mat. Send the chest towards the right leg. And the forehead towards the shin. Think about squaring the hips as you do so. Really draw the chest down and towards the thigh. Stretch out the hamstring. Begin to turn your left toes towards the front of the room. Step the right foot back to meet the left, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg in the air. Exhale, plant the foot down. Inhale, find your warrior one. On an exhale, find warrior two. Inhale, begin to straighten the left leg, hinge forward at the hips. Exhale, triangle pose. Keeping the hips open towards the left side of the room, engaging the core and glutes. Maybe lifting that hand if they're resting on a block. One more breath here as you exhale. You can bring both hands down to the mat, maybe shorten the stance a little bit, and then inhale, peel open to the left for Valve Triangle. Again, inhaling the belly button towards the back of the spine, creating more space to twist. Exhale, both hands to the floor, fold forward. And from here, begin to send your left toes and your right toes towards the left side of the room. Inhale, take a halfway lift. On an exhale, take wide-legged forward fold. Option to also take a headstand here, or you can stretch your hands towards one ankle and then the other. Or you can take a couple breaths in stillness here. Whichever you decide, taking 5 more breaths here. Really beginning to wind down. A little more core before the cool down. After those 5 breaths, you can make your way back into child's pose. Once you get there, take 5 breaths here. Allow them to be nice and long, maybe exhaling out through the mouth. Letting something go with every exhale, whether that be physical or emotional or mental. Completely up to you. Just allowing your breath to be intentional. Allowing this time you're dedicating to yourself to bring meaning and benefits to your life. After those 5 breaths in child's pose, you can make your way into a high plank. Core is engaged, feet are zipped and legs are zipped together, shoulders are stacked over the wrists. Take a breath in, exhale, lower to the ground as slowly as you can. When you get there, bring your hands down by your sides, palms facing the floor, legs and feet are still zipped together. Take a breath in, lift the hands and legs and chest off the mat as high as you can for locust pose. Engaging the core and glutes, spreading the chest open, and slowly roll back down to the mat. We're going to do that twice more. This time you have the option to find a clasp behind your back, allowing you to roll the shoulders open and back a little farther. Inhale, lift up. Breathing still while you're here. And then rolling back down. This time you have a third option, which is taking bow pose by bending the feet towards your bottom, grabbing your ankles with the hands. As you inhale, you'll lift up, drawing the shoulders back and down. Exhaling out through the mouth, creating yourself to rock back and forth, on your belly. Massaging the intestines, giving yourself a little belly massage. And then lowering slowly back down to the mat, letting your cheek rest on the mat. Windshield wipe the legs out side to side. And then begin to roll over, make your way onto your back. Preparing for bridge pose, place your feet down on the mat so your knees are pointed towards the ceiling. Your fingertips should be able to brush your heels somewhere right around there. Feet are spread hip distance apart. Hands can be by your side, or you can find that clasp underneath your back by rolling the shoulders back and down. You can also take a restorative bridge by placing a block underneath of your lower back and allowing the tension to just release there. Either variation is totally cool. Inhale, lift the hips towards the ceiling. Engage the glutes. Practice engaging the core with that exhale and thinking about engaging the lower core. Taking 5 more breaths here. And then slowly rolling the spine back down onto the mat, letting the hips come down last. We're going to do that one more time. Option to take wheel pose by tucking the hands by your shoulders and sending the chest up and back towards the wall behind you. Or you can take inhale, lift the hips. Engage the glutes, protect the lower back. Send the chest away if you're taking your wheel. Take 5 breaths before slowly lowering yourself back down once you've taken those. When you come back down onto the mat, you can hug your knees in towards your chest. Rock side to side. Massage the spine and the lower back. And when you get there, take 5 breaths there. Begin rocking forward and backwards instead of side to side. Try and come up and catch yourself into boat pose. Just for a moment before allowing your legs to drop down on the floor, they can extend long out in front of you for staff pose, grounding down through the sit bones, sitting up tall through the spine. Inhale, draw the left foot in towards the right thigh. For seated tree, knee falls open and down. Inhale, bring the arms up over your head. Exhale, hinge forward over the right leg, drawing the chest towards the thigh. Maybe sending your hands towards your foot or a block, bending the knee if you have to. Doing what feels good in your body. Not focusing on how the shape looks, but how it feels. Taking 5 breaths here. After those 5 breaths, you have the option to stay here, or you can drop the right forearm down on the inside of the right shin, and then you can sweep that left arm up and over the side body for a side stretch, making sure that shoulder doesn't roll in, but that it stays open. Maybe finding the foot or a block, or just staying here, letting that side body open, focusing on your breath. If you take this variation, try and take 3 to 5 breaths here. Inhale, begin to sweep that left arm back up, place it down on the ground behind your lower back, and then sweep the right arm up into the air, lifting the hips, letting the arm fall over your head, keeping the shoulder open, letting the head fall back for gate pose, engaging the glutes, maybe letting the jaw drop open, relaxing the face completely. Then slowly lower yourself back down into your seated tree. Send the left foot out to meet the right, and then pull the right foot in towards the left thigh. Seated tree on the other side. Inhale, the arms up and over your head. Exhale, hinge forward. Find that nice stretch in the quads. Maybe even if your hands come to the back of your foot, you can flex the foot and pull the toes slightly towards your body to get a bit of a lower calf and an ankle stretch. After you take those 5 breaths, you can stay here, continuing to breathe, or take that side stretch on the other side by dropping that left forearm on the inside of the left shin, sweeping the right arm up and over, maybe finding your foot. If you do, thinking about keeping that shoulder rolled open before finding the foot. Taking 5 breaths in that side body stretch. Feeling yourself lengthen with that inhale, falling further in your stretch on an exhale. After those 5 breaths, inhale, sweeping the right arm up, exhaling it down behind your lower back, and then inhale, sweep the left arm up and over, lift the hips towards the sky. Let the left hand fall back behind you, let your head drop back, maybe the jaw drops open. Left foot is planted on the ground, gate pose. Glutes are still engaged to protect the lower back. Slowly come back down into your seat, and then make your way all the way down onto your back. Place the feet on the mat so the knees are pointed towards the ceiling. Inhale, place the right ankle over the left knee for figure four. You can stay here or you can lift the left foot off the mat, finding a clasp around the left thigh or the left shin, gently drawing the legs in towards the chest. Maybe rocking side to side on the spine. Rolling out the ankle clockwise and counterclockwise, wiggling out the toes. Maybe closing the eyes, slowing down the breath, lengthening the breath. And then switch sides, hooking the left foot over the right knee, taking whichever variation you prefer. If you lift that right foot off the mat, take those ankle rolls, clockwise and counterclockwise. Wiggle out your toes. Continue to focus on the breath, exhaling the tension, trying to find complete relaxation. Take 2 more breaths on this leg. And then hug both of your knees into your chest. You have the option to let both legs fall to the right, taking a supine twist here. Or you can hug the left knee into the chest, letting the right leg drop down on the mat and the ground in front of you, and then just drawing the left knee over, stacking the hips and taking the twist this way. Either option is totally fine. Maybe bringing both knees or that left knee down onto a block or a pillow, allowing it to become more of a restorative pose. Maybe your gaze falls in the opposite direction of your legs. Arms can be out by your sides or in a cactus or gold pose position. Inhaling, drawing the belly button back towards the spine, creating space to twist. Taking 3 more breaths here. And then you can go ahead and switch sides. Bringing both knees into center and then dropping them to the left or just drawing that right leg up and over and towards the left side of the mat. Finding comfort in your pose and then allowing yourself to take 5 long deep breaths. After those 5 breaths, slowly draw the legs back to center. Give yourself 1 more hug. And then find a total body stretch. Send your legs long on the mat. Bring the hands up and over your head. Maybe they even find a clasp and flip away from your body. Allow yourself to get nice and long as you can. And do a body scan from fingers all the way down to your toes. Make sure you're relaxing. Release any tension you're holding in the fingers. Roll the shoulders down and back. Relax your face and your jaw, the neck. Release any tension you're holding in your legs, your ankles and your toes. And then feel the spine get long with every inhale, falling into deeper relaxation with an exhale. From here, you can begin to find a position that's comfortable for you. Maybe bringing the arms down by your sides, palms facing the ground if you're feeling grounded in the moment, feeling present. Maybe you flip the palms up if you're feeling receptive and open. Maybe one hand rests on the belly while the other rests on the chest, connecting yourself to your breath, feeling it move through your body, letting the eyes close, allowing yourself to just be without doing anything but breathing, just letting your thoughts wander across your mind like clouds in the sky. Sitting here for 5 to 10 minutes for your Shavasana, then slowly rolling out of it, taking small movements in the body, coming onto your favorite side, letting your head rest in your arms, before ending your practice. Thank you so much for flowing with me today. I hope you can enjoy this practice. It's a little longer than 30 minutes, especially with the Shavasana, closer to 45. So you can always cut some things out or speed up the practice. But yeah, all feedback is appreciated, and I hope you can enjoy and have a lovely day. Thank you.